CEO called @BossBlunts1 on X stated, as CEO of Hotshot Expediting and Logistics, we will not be shipping any freight into or out of New York City for the foreseeable future, effective immediately. He writes, I stand with Trump, MAGA 2024, in response to the other videos coming out about truckers protesting going to New York City because of the Trump case. So we have this here. It seems to be legitimate, and the mainstream, of course, today, February 19th, they started picking up this trucker protest. So it is legit. It is happening to some extent. We have yet to see. We're just going to have to wait. It's highly controversial. People say it's a nothing burger. People say it's the beginning of a civil war in the United States. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's certainly something, and hence why we're here. But here is the Fox News report.
Truck drivers now are refusing to take deliveries into New York City in protest of the more than $350 million civil fraud ruling against former President Donald Trump, and the boycott starts tomorrow.
And there's a few people out there, people I know, people in the comments here saying, well, I think Trump's guilty. Why are you protesting? This is ridiculous. And there's other people that are fed up, and they agree with people like Vivek Ramaswamy on X.com, who went today and said February 18th, he said, the Fani Willis testimony last week allowed ordinary Americans to see with their own eyes what they could have never imagined about our justice system. If these are the kinds of crap prosecutors attempting to take down a former U.S. president, imagine what the system can do to you. And I wrote, yeah, people see it. And I wouldn't say they're happy. I guess the general sentiment is people are sick of it, and they would like what's right for the people, right? The Constitution, we the people. And our elected leaders are not listening to their constituents. There's a lot of other interests that pay bigger dollars than I guess what our tax dollars are worth in our system. It appears in the United States. And it's concerning to the whole world, not just us here in the States, or us in blue states, or us in red states. We need to clean it all up for the sake of all of it, the whole shebang. That's the way I look at it, at least. Onward here to this CEO. He put a comment under his original post. He says, "There's no we'll see. I have already emailed our team to refuse any New York City shipments. If they can fine Trump $354 million for legally obtained loans paid in full when the banks testify on his behalf, they can do it to any of us at any time." And he's absolutely correct, and it just goes back to what Ramaswamy said as well. Ramaswamy's point exactly. Onward here, we have this video from somebody claiming the same exact thing, that it's not just truckers that are protesting this, it is people higher up who are fed up with this. Listen to this.
All right. I just received a call from a company that I was getting a load from, and they just said they don't have any loads going to New York. So if you're in New York, you won't be receiving anything from these drivers. I don't know if it's real, but I know that the companies are now saying that they're not delivering loads. It's not just the truckers, it's the companies also. Get yourself prepared, New York. Shit may hit the fan in the next couple of days.
Maybe. Who knows? Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's what a lot of people say. That's what I like to say too. Here's an example of a couple of the things that I see here, as far as people opposing this, and just, it's a lot of there's a lot of politically driven emotions around these issues, as you can imagine. So this guy @SleepyLois on X wrote, roughly 16% of truckers are owner-operators. And even owner-operators know that refusing freight from a regular dispatch source will have the same result as being fired as a company driver. Speaking from experience in the industry, Cupcake, in response of people saying, oh, the truckers are going to lose their jobs. And I had a comment on one of my earlier videos that was, they quit. What do you mean they're fired? And I thought that was really funny. So shout out to that person if you're watching. Thank you. That's hilarious. You can't fire me. I quit type of deal. But there's a lot of debate on that topic. And I even hear from a couple truckers. One trucker saying this isn't going to be anything. Another trucker saying this is a big thing. It's a very divided topic. But I think the general consensus on what people are saying is they're fed up. They want to see things change, and they're on board, and they're all for it. There's a lot of support behind this stuff, and I believe that there is a just reason for that. The corruption has just gone too far, and it's blatantly obvious in our faces. It's crazy. Onward here. Here's another example. Adrian Benepe, just a random person on X.com, says, real truckers don't give a rat's ass about a rich kid con man from New York City who hasn't paid a penny in taxes in more than 10 years, cheated on all 3 wives, and stiffs his contractors, including truckers, which is just absolutely crazy. Not true information. Silly stuff that's put out there. Sometimes I'm bewildered by some of the things that people believe to be true. But I will say this, regardless if New York City goes through chaos in the future real soon here, or if everything kind of blows over and it is a nothing burger like some people claim, it never hurts to prepare. I don't care if you're Adrian or if you think that the SHTF is going to happen, right? To prepare for anybody is important. Have a little bit of emergency supply. Especially, I'm really talking to the people who think there's no need to. Emergencies happen, not just supply chain things because of trucker protests that you think will never happen. Earthquakes happen, hurricanes happen, floods happen, just financial things happen. So it never hurts to have a little bit of food, a little bit of water, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some medical treatment, some knowledge, and some instruction on how to do basic things. This all comes in handy. So just do a little bit to prepare in whatever way you can for any type of situation that could be an emergency. So that's just a little bit of advice I want to put out there. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to end with this clip here of Trump
2024.
Blood of our economy, and for days and sometimes weeks on end, truck drivers leave their homes and deliver supplies that American families need and count on. Their routes connect every farm, hospital, manufacturer, business, and community in the country. From the moment the invisible enemy landed on our shores, America's 3.5 million truckers have never wavered at all, and they've never, ever let us down. When we supply our country, we supply it through truckers. To every trucker listening over the radio or behind the wheel, I know I speak for the 330 million plus Americans that we say, thank God for truckers.
Trump 2020.
Yes, truckers are the lifeblood. Without truckers, nothing happens. So, yeah, God bless truckers. Thank you, truckers, for everything you do. And I can only hope that things get resolved peacefully and that doesn't go nuts, really. As much as I support truckers and everything, this has the potential to be ugly, and it has the potential to be infiltrated and taken advantage of. So we have to be careful and diligent as we do these things. People protest, if you're involved at all. Here I am just sitting in a studio, so yeah, I'm not in the same boat as you, but I kind of have the foresight here that it could be a bad situation. So be very diligent and careful, and God bless you all. I'll see you all soon. I'll be live with morning news coverage at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time on Monday morning. So take care.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.